Okay, good evening, everyone. We'll reconvene the regular council meeting. It's now 6 o'clock. I see no delegation, so we'll move on to the council meeting minutes for approval. And we have one set of regular council meeting minutes for October 27th, 2025. Is there someone to make that? Thank you. A seconder, please. And all those in favor? Thank you. So we do have some resolutions from the October 27th, 2025 Committee of the Whole meeting to be considered for adoption. And the first one is that the following items considered for information at the October 27th, 2025 Committee of the Whole be adopted. And that is the Building Department report for August 2025 and the Building Department report for September 2025. Thank you, Paul and Carrie. All those in favor? Is carried. And we have the 2025 third quarter financial report for the 9 months ending September 30th, 2025 to be received for information. Seconder, please. Thank you. All those in favor? That was carried. We have a resolution that council appoint Chris Buckton, Manager of Planning and Climate Action, as the city's approving officer under section 77 of the Land Title Act. And Colin McClure as the alternate approving officer. And further, that council authorize the manager of legislative services to advise the Land Title Office of the change. Okay, thank you. All those in favor? And that was carried. I see no resolutions from the November 10th meeting, which is today. Reports and meeting minutes of council committees. We have two committee meeting draft minutes. One of the Community Safety Task Force Committee and the Major Industrial Property Tax Committee meeting. Is there a motion to receive these minutes with the recommendations? Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Councillor Butler.
Just on the second one, the minutes from the sale of clerk, talk a little bit about the conversation around the property tax rates for tech and what kind of conversation was being had with their wanting.
Yeah,
What they're looking for.
yeah, no, it's, right now, they're, as they advised previously, I think it's been a kind of historical component from tech itself, which is understandable. They pay a significant portion of the taxes in the city of Trip, and they would like to see that adjusted, reallocated out. They kind of gave us a starting point to start looking at, and so it would kind of commented to them that I would go back and sort of do the math on kind of what that looks like and what are the time frame, and then the having that meeting again. We talked about kind of in the first week of February. They were in a place of being at around 60% right now, and so if they're moving to a place like 50%, what does that look like? How many years could we do it over? What's the effect on business and residential and the other tax classes if we do make that effort? And so we committed to good timing that they're talking about that and being able to provide sort of a what were a starting point for us to have discussions with. And so we will do that work and we'll bring that back to the committee, and it will also be form part of the conversation we'll have with council over budget, because there's obviously some that reallocation means that other classes are going to have to pay more taxes.
For sure.
Was there anything else on there, Councilor Butler?
No, just curious about that kind of conversation. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Anything from the Community Safety Task Force? Councillor Martin or Councillor Benson?
Nope. Through the chair, I think we discussed that previous. I'm not sure if there's anything else. If anybody has a question,
Okay.
please refer them to Councilor Benson.
Okay, thank you. So is there a motion to adopt these minutes and the recommendations within? All those in favor, thank you. And that was carried. On to the Regional District of Kootenai Boundary Report, Councillor Martin.
Thank you, through the chair. On behalf of council, I attended the following RDKB meetings on Wednesday, October 29th. An RDKB board meeting in Trail. The board approved meeting allowance increase to $120 per meeting. The new annual wellness reimbursement at $400 per director. And enrollment in the RDKB Employee Family Assistance Program. The board approved the development of a watershed security and protection board for the Kelly Creek watershed, out by Fruitvale. The board approved a letter to be sent to the provincial government expressing the urgency in finalizing and approving the provincial certification program required for drones to be used for pesticide application and mosquito control activities. Christina Lake Golf Course will be required or requested to perform fire smart activities in order to qualify for future permissive tax exemptions. The RDKB electoral area directors approved grants and aid totaling $31,528. On Wednesday, November the 6th, I attended an RDKB liquid waste management plan meeting in Trail. Lauren Denkowski, RDKB manager of infrastructure and sustainability, provided an update regarding the progress with the upgrade to the Columbia Pollution Control Center. The project continues to progress in a timely manner. I did send out the September and October updates to everyone yesterday. That's it from my report. Unfortunately for Councillor Wilson, he wanted a longer one. Feel free to contact me anytime should you have any questions. You have a question, go ahead.
Councillor Benson.
Through the chair. Where is a mosquito control area and why
Christina
the
Lake.
urgency to,
Drones are cheaper
why is it so urgent to?
because they gotta control mosquitoes. If they don't have an annual control program, it will get worse and out of.
And what are they currently doing right now?
You know what? That's a great question. They're not using drones.
Oh.
Emptying swamps.
Interesting.
Okay. Is there any other questions for Councillor Martin? Okay, thank you. We have correspondence for information. And there's two items under there, and the first one is the Innovation, Science, Economic Development Canada email dated October 17th, 2025. And that is the Anglo Tech group merger, and that is in response to the letter that we sent in support of the merger. And then the RCMP letter dated November 5th, a follow-up from UBCM. So is there a motion to receive these?
We pull that
Oh,
letter from the RCMP, if
sure.
that's possible, just to have a look
Yeah,
at
we
it.
have it.
Yeah, so just, I have a question, but just referring to the paragraph under drug decriminalization and public safety in the letter. Assistant Commissioner Brewer, I'm just reading from the letter, committed to personally following up on educating RCMP members in Trail regarding the seizure and disposal of illicit drugs, ensuring this practice is appropriately implemented. So my question, I guess, through the chair, can we report on if there has been any action taken in that regard, delivering these education measures to our detachment, or if there is a plan to deliver these measures in the future? Thank you.
You're welcome. So I can tell you that Mr. Brewer and Sergeant Wasenovich have had a conversation. And that was discussed at our meeting with Sergeant Wasenovich, that he had spoken to John Brewer. And they did have the conversation regarding the seizure and disposal of illicit drugs. And Sergeant Wasenovich explained that it's different in our rural community than it is in the big town of Surrey, let's say, for example. And they're very aware of the rules for keeping the drugs or disposing of them. And it is up to the discretion of the RCMP officer at that time to make that decision. And I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna reach out to Mr. McClure and Councillor Benson or Councillor Wilson to, I mean, you were all in that conversation with us.
I don't remember him saying he spoke with Mr. Brewer, unless I
I
missed
believe
that, but.
Oh.
Again, I missed, I'm busy too, but in light of Nick's comment, maybe we could follow up with Mr. Brewer. to
Oh, yeah,
send a
for sure.
letter or just email,
Maybe,
asking if they have.
That was what council directed me to do, and so that's already
Yeah,
there, we just hadn't had a response.
Oh, okay, thanks, Hal.
God, what meeting did I have with, Mr. Sergeant?
He didn't like speak about it, but I don't remember him saying that he had met with.
Oh, no, he said he's spoken to him about it. Okay,
Still remember him saying that,
Before
but
I get very
there was a lot said there, so.
okay,
My apologies if I missed it.
so, Mr. McClure, have you spoken to, Mr. Burry yet?
No,
Okay.
I corresponded with him with email, with asked him the questions that council asked me to ask, and so I have not had any response. That he would answer that question there, whether or not there was any communication. I do respect that, there is a chain of command near CMP, so whether or not it's normal to have that direct communication, or did it flow from someone at that level to another level that's supposed to trickle down? I'm not aware, but when I get the response, I will make sure that we're sharing it.
Thank you.
Thank you for that question, Counselor Cashel. Okay, so we have those two items on there to receive for information.
I'll make a.
Thank you, Counselor Wilson, and thank you, Counselor Butler. All those in favor? That was carried. Thank you. So correspondence for action, we have a proclamation request. The Indigenous Survivors Day. I think I'll do these all at once.
No, I think you need to do each one individually.
Oh, okay. Is there a motion to accept the proclamation? Thank you. All those in favor? A proclamation request for the Christian Heritage Month.
I'll make a motion.
Thank
Can I
you.
speak to that?
Sure.
Your
Go
worship.
ahead.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Martin. Go ahead, Councilor.
Knowing that this was on the agenda from 2 weeks ago was kind of what precipitated my my motion to get clarity on proclamations. And this was the one that kind of triggered it for me, because I just did a little searching on it and basically, and I'll get some clarity maybe from staff. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms it makes it so that government bodies, including municipal councils, must remain religiously neutral. And the case held that the state must not neither favor nor hinder any particular belief, and it must instead remain neutral in matters of religion. For the record, I'm a Christian, so this is not anything against Christianity. But it just falls into what we discussed at the Committee of the Whole of just being fair to all religious groups, and there are many in Canada. And so my position on this is, do we honor the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and does that mandate fall within this proclamation request? So that would be my question. Perhaps staff could help answer that before I decide if I want to vote on the request that's on the table. Thank you.
Councilor Benson.
Similar question, have we, in my time on council, I don't remember seeing other religious-based
No,
proclamation requests, but I could be wrong. Have we had one in,
I can't say for 100% certainty, but they would be very rare.
last year.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, do we need to consider the Canadian Right and Charter of Freedoms? Does it apply to that proclamation request? And I don't know if staff can answer that or give me some clarity on it. That's my question through the chair.
I have no comments. I'd have to get a legal opinion on it.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Okay, so, all those in favor? Oh, sorry, Councilor.
So I'm just, thank you, through the chair. I just am wrapping my head around, the term Christian Heritage Month. Heritage is where you come from. I feel like that is a place, not necessarily a religion per se. So I'm just trying to understand, some of these other ones are
Mhm.
specific events for specific causes that are sanctioned by something. By, you know, the one here is from the minister, one is from the Lung Cancer Society, what, you know, there's different ones that are coming from specific sanctions coming to us, as opposed to an individual requesting a you know, proclamation. So I just wonder, you know, in regards to deciding, does it need to actually come from a society or a group or as something, you know, requesting it on behalf of that group per se, as opposed to an individual requesting a proclamation for, you know, their beliefs. And I'm also, you know, Christian myself too, but I think, you know, we need to have this come from a specific sanctioned body as opposed to individuals, because I could have, you know, next week Dame Tia Henson, you know, month. It's Tia Day every day, let's be honest. But I just, no, I'm not trying to make light of it, I'm just saying, you know, is there a process on, you know, what we had today? Having an individual request a proclamation compared to a group or governing body is something different, I think.
What, was there an attachment? It says on the email, it says there's an attachment. Document, was there something coming from an authority, from a society?
I'd have to,
Let's
I
do
think
that, so
that-
correct, I think that's how we've always viewed them, if they're from a society.
it came to where.
It's like-
That with the attachment was provided when, I believe that's our policy,
Oh,
G 2004.4, and I believe at the time Mayor Jones received the email, she corresponded with staff, and at that time, the proclamation
attachment
policy
policy,
was sent
okay.
to.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Counselor Benson.
I agree with what Counselor Hanson said. I can't in recollection remember any other. Requests come through from individuals. That being said, there was a group of individuals here that the same request through. I'm just kind of the like mine as Counselor Cashel of the separation of church and state. For this topic, myself.
Okay, so I guess we'll, all those in favor then of this proclamation for the Christian Heritage Month? All those opposed? So it was defeated. Okay.
Does anybody wish their names to be recorded?
Mhm. Yeah, I will, please.
Who, for defeated? So it was defeated, so it's those who were in support. Those who want their names recorded that were in support.
Oh, yeah, keep your hand up.
And all three, Terry, Colleen.
Okay, the next one is the lung cancer awareness proclamation request. All those in favor of moving the opposed? Thank you, that was carried. And then we have a proclamation request for the adoption and permanency of awareness month. Thank you. For a second, all those in favor? Thank you, that was carried. Okay, on to my report. I just have a couple of things for this week, so. The first item that I have to report out on is the Glen Mary Elementary School grand opening. And I really want to thank all of council for attending the grand opening of the newly rebuilt Glen Mary Elementary School. You know, a major investment in Trail's future and in the children's future of our community. Increasing the capacity of the school to 435 students, which is really good to see. And it is such a modern environmentally efficient, building. It's just absolutely beautiful with the natural light that comes in and the space that the kids have. And, you know, once they get the playground all done up, it's just going to be a great learning space for them. So, you know, lots of thanks, lots of people thanking the province and the school district and all the other key partners. So it was just a really great evening. And then, the Futures Annual Open House. Myself and council again attended the, open house, and it was a great opportunity again to, connect with some of the regional partners and business leaders. And it's always such a good, time for Community Futures to talk about some of the work they're doing and to highlight the ongoing economic development initiatives that they have, and always interesting to hear about their business support programs. And again, just connecting with other people in the community. It was a really another great event as well. We had the major industry property taxation meeting, and Mr. McClure spoke to it a bit tonight. But that was a meeting in partnership with Tech, and really focusing on the major industry property taxation. And we talked about how it could impact the municipalities like the city of Trail. But it also talked about the importance of just the community collaborating with Tech and having that conversation. And we talked a little bit about the new local economic development that could be coming up with the merger. And they're very interested in the amalgamation with Warfield as well. I attended the Trail Community Action Team meeting. And it was, the meeting continues to discuss, you know, issues happening in the community, the well-being of individuals, overdose prevention, and just focusing on outreach and harm reduction and the work that they're doing in the community, you know, wanting to make sure that the public is staying safe out there. Emergency weather response meeting. We just had one last week, still talking about the budget for the next season coming up. We talked about the shelter capacity. We know that there's 20 beds, but we know that there's more people out there that need to come into the warming space. So we're working with the fire department to see what that would look like. Whether it's chairs that people can come in and just sit for a bit and get warm and then go back out. But we're just trying to see if we can find a way to make sure that more people are able to come in and get out of the extreme weather. On Friday, we had the AKBLG convention planning coordinator came into Trail, and we did a walkabout with her to just show her where the event, we are hoping we'll be able to have it in the Trail Memorial Center. And it looks like she was really excited about the Victoria View Room and all the natural light, and using the gymnasium for the trade show and maybe for some of the meals. So it looks like it's going to work out really, really well for the convention. That's in April. So yeah. And then last night, really excited to say that we were able to have dinner at the Legion, branch number 44. It was a really nice Remembrance Day dinner. And we were able to be a part of the ceremony where a few of the local Legion officers received their flowers for years of service. And just a reminder that tomorrow's Remembrance Day, and we do have a ceremony at 11 o'clock at the Cenotaph in Trail. And that's my report. Any questions? Thank you. I see no bylaws for consideration, notice of motion. Next meeting, November 24th, 2025, for the committee of the whole, followed by the regular council meeting at 6 o'clock. And it'll be held in this room here, council committee room, 1394 Pine Avenue, or via Zoom. Is there anyone for question period?
We do have one individual online. If you would like to ask a question, if you could please raise your hand. Using the raise the hand function.
No, he goes in line. Okay, motion to adjourn, please. All those in favor? That was carried.